Okay, guys, real quick. This is the back of a historic Freemason lodge in downtown Plano, Texas. It's right on the 33rd degree meridian parallel, which is a line that runs the span of the entire Earth. It's known for its anomalous temporal disruptions, UFO activity, and all different manner of energetic anomalies. And there's volumes of research about that, and it's central to much of what the Freemasons put into practice. And just behind to the east, there's a there's a node on the Earth grid, the natural energy system of the Earth, and it has a huge tower array on it. There's another lodge there. It's less than 100 yards away, and this is a method of tapping in to the Earth energy in an artificial context, and it's a great evil on the Earth. And I don't know how to tell you more plainly than to say it's a haven for demonic activity through the wavelengths. And if we look at the Bible for a reference for this, real simple. Satan is the prince of the power of the air. This is the method in which these waves are traveling, and it makes so much sense to me. I'm going to show you this, and this is not a special effect that I've applied. This is nothing other than a residual energy signature that's left at these sites, which has an effect within the network that I'm talking to you about. And you're going to see this. I've provided you the context, and this is Google Earth. That's it. And so take a look at this. It's going to spin around, and right next door to the Freemasonic Lodge, which we're behind right now, is a bar 32 degrees. And this is how tight-knit they are in this community. And if you take the city history all the way back, this lodge has been there for 172 years, and they've been involved with the city planning since the inception of the city, and there's a strong element of the concealment of giantism and how this relates to other sites, and there is a master grid plan that is in effect, and a lot of these guys are very smart, very keen, have a lot of different resources, but ultimately they're under a form of control through the grid network and the energy system within the Earth that is, it's demonic. It's demonic. So check this out. And guys, these things floating in the air, I didn't put them there. Okay. And I'm seeing this more and more in certain areas. Stuff will just separate. And I've got some just gnarly footage. There's a 32 degrees. This is a bar. It's got the atrium up there. And there's nothing like this, you guys. There is a series of tunnels that runs up the 33rd parallel from another adjacent tunnel system just to the west of what we're looking now. We're looking south. And there was an access point to a deeply underground facility. I'm going to show it to you. And the top popped off of it due to a major event deeply underground. And I'm going to walk you down this way because, firstly, I need you to get used to, there's a symbol here. I'll show it to you in a minute. This is their Technology Services Center. It's on a key node. This is a fiber optic switch hub. And when you get down in here, this is a ventilation system for an underground facility. And it's big. Actually, I'm sorry, it's right over here. Let me see if I can show that to you because I think you need to see it. I've put it out there on video before innumerable times, but let's see if I can get down in there. Yeah, get a look right here. There it is. You can see those vents right there. Okay, heavy duty. That's a heavy duty exhaust system for an underground facility with a lot of equipment in it. And there's the tower array. And look right over here. Oops, I'm not used to using the street view. Sorry, guys. This is a Freemasonic lodge that was been here. I forget how old this one is. Lodge number 768 is where we just were. And they've recognized people that I've had personal disputes with that are in law enforcement community because straight up they're involved with ritualistic activity. but you can see that this is a lodge right there. Um, and let me go ahead and take you back up and show you the site, and let's take a look at where we are first, because let's get the coordinates here. See that 33? This is the 33rd parallel, guys, okay? This is it right here. Now I'm going to, I was, you know, I know this story because I was, you know, around when it happened. Oh, good God in heaven. And I'm going to take you, let's see, right over here, and it's just a war zone now. I was over here the other day. I filmed some videos, and I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting lost here. What the fuck? Oh, sorry. There it is. So Collin Creek Mall was an access point, kind of like the Greenbrier was. You can see this underground stuff that they had going on in these pits down here. They really had to do some cleanup job around here, and I'll just leave it at that. There's stuff going on here in the network that you don't want to know. But they had some sacrificial sites down here, you guys, and you can see that there's still water coming in down here, and some of the stuff that's gone on there is just so, it's bad. But let me show you here. No, it's not it. Here. These tunnels, okay? You can see that they've been doing the cleanup, okay? Now those tunnels run right up here. It runs north-south, but there's another series of tunnels. Let me show you that real quick. So I have this all in one place. I've been meaning to do this, and I know it's kind of sloppy, guys, but I'm not an editor. I collect this information. I get it out to you. The story that I'm relaying to you right here is massive. You need to please pay attention. Because you're not going to hear anything like this from anybody else. If anything else, I see people that are either aloof or they're purposely trying to cover this up. And, you know, we're meeting these people heads on. We don't fuck them. You know, if they're going to do this to kids and this, that, and the other, we're not putting up with it. We don't give a fuck. Here, you can hear me talking to the FBI right here about all this stuff. That's what that video was. And so let me find this stuff. You know what? And kind of brace yourselves, because what I'm telling you is these run right up to that Masonic Lodge. They run right up from that, you know, mall that's decimated now. I'm forgetting how to cross-reference this for you. It should be right here. Dang it, y'all. I don't want to make this longer than it needs to be, but you need to see this shit. And keep in mind, we're at the mall over there. We're running back up to the lodge where we started the video. Okay? Here we go. I made it harder than it had to be. Let's start out with this. You see the 666 back there? You see the bloody handprints around the wall? This is running up towards the jail, up towards the courthouse, up towards the Freemasonic lodges that I just showed you. Okay? This is where you go in. This is one of the tunnels there. And comes out the other side. And let me back up, because I'll show you one of the rooms. Look at this, you know? And it actually comes up at a place that I want to show you right across the street from the lodge that I had just shown you. And this is really important. This was a sacrificial layer that we fucking rolled the shit out of. Not my job to go in and do the cleanup like they did. There have been crews in there. The mall has been in a state of disarray and for almost 5 years. I mean, it's right on the 33rd parallel. If you take that 33rd parallel up to Valley View Mall, which is also on it. That was another access point. Guys, I've got video of the fucking ground splitting underneath my feet. Okay, so take my word. It's the real. It's the real. And so that's running up east. And let's show you a couple of different things because, oh, I'm sorry, guys. This is so sloppy, man. But just to have it here is a treasure, really, because you need to know. And what I'm about to show you is also on the 33rd. You can see this here. This is actually an image of a table involved in cannibalism. And I know that's not something you may want to hear, but the heads, you see the body, the torsos of the people sitting around a round table with their arms around, and they have the legs and the heads of people that they eat. And you see the 6 and the 9 kind of represents duality. This is actually a ventilation, and that's a very distinct symbol, by the way. You're not going to see that pretty much anywhere else, but this is that drain that comes up. And like I said, we see these weird expressions in the network. It's so weird. And that's where we started out the video. But this is also on the 33rd parallel. You can see that. And there's a song that goes with this. It's actually color coded, and that's a whole nother arena to get into with you about. But I was in the middle of making this post, and this is really important. And I hope I'm holding your attention this far, because the amount of time, energy, and, other things that I've put into this has been a lifetime. I mean, this is just really scratching the surface of what I'm trying to tell you. And here's a series of mounds right here that's, you guys should know about. These are also on the 33rd degree parallel. All of this that I'm showing you is undeniably mounds, underground aquifer. That's another story, but it's connected to this. And, one of the ways in which they had disguised mounds where there's known to be giants, Nephilim giants, is with a golf course. This is the New York Times. This is, the Smithsonian has it. It's now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. But let me show you something about the city planning that these guys are involved with, and how long it's been going on and how intricate it is. And they're doing it right under everybody's nose. And you're looking at mirror images of one another. This is the place that had the golf course that was covering it up on the left. That's now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay, the mirror image is on the 33rd, and this is Plano. This is exactly across the street from the Freemasonic Lodge that I just showed you, where we started the video. Okay, this symbol, it repeats, and it's a pattern that's all over with a very specific sect of Freemasonry, and they're taxed with keeping these secrets. And there's different reasons why they want to do this. And you know what? I've known some really good people that are in Freemasonry, but when they get to the top, they realize that there's, sacrifices and this other stuff. And, these fucking 33rds are twisted and dirty, and, we're right in their faces saying, fuck you guys for doing this to kids, man. You have no idea how bad I have been targeted by this group, and how, tooth and nail, by the grace of God, I have gotten delivered from this. I cannot even begin to tell you. I'll show you videos of me. There's just so much material. I'm just trying to get you the raw basics right here, because this is a really an epic story, and it has nothing to do with me other than, I'd like to relate it to you. It's for the benefit of you guys knowing what's going on. Look at the cover-ups that we're talking about. How are you going to integrate this into the city planning of something and get away with it? That lodge has been there for 172 years. That's lodge number 768. You know what? They can get fucking mad at them. They already know. They already know the business. And they already know my fucking people coming there and clean up if they try to fuck with me. And I hate to say that, but we're not taking, the setups and the fucking murders and all the goddamn shit that they do straight to hell, goddamn it to hell, okay? And I've just got to tell you, it's been that bad for me. And we're literally looking at, a place where they would go in these goddamn tunnels, run it right back up here to the fucking lodge. Excuse my language, guys, but, right up the lodge, you've got the courthouse. You've got the jail. It's all right here. And those tunnels run right up to it and come right out over here. Fucking Haggard Park, one of the oldest, families in Plano. And no offense to them. They live on the 33rd too. It's right up the street. And here's the symbol that we see repeating. And, it's got this anomalous energy around it. Look at this. This isn't something that I did. This is some type of glitch that's tied in to this network at this technology center up here. I'm telling you, it's like a soul catcher. And as odd as that sounds, let me take you to one more spot, because I was here when I was little, and essentially it's like a little Montauk. And this is fucking disclosure right here, you guys, because I was here when I was a kid. And it wasn't the only place I was when I was a kid. What the fuck is that? And you can't put it past these guys, what they'll put into city architecture. It is just, too much. But I've got to show you this. Because what it is, it's a little tower array with an underground facility. You can see that it's got the ventilation. It's got a triangular shaped tower array that is tied into an area that they take the kids to. It's right here. Okay, look at this. See that triangle? It's a column, just like we see down in Antarctica with that finding that I made, except for the one down there is even bigger than the perimeter of Giza. But that column is tied directly into the communications infrastructure at a church. And guys, can you use this technology for good? I'm not going to say no, because you can, but I want to let you see how heavy. Let me get in there. The ventilation is for this thing. It's not normal. And let me get in there. I've got images of it I could show you. Oh yeah, let me show you. All right, look at that. Look at these pipes. Man, it's an underground facility. That's one of the first ways that you know. Look, they're piping it underground. Okay? Look at this. You see this? Okay, this is on the third. Look, let's see where we're at. And how do I know this stuff? Secret projects I've been involved in, guys. Okay? 33rd degree. Okay? Bam. And so understand what I'm telling you is the essence of many of the deeper secrets that these people have and what they're doing. And when they do these blood sacrifices, they're trying to put your soul into the network. And as fucked up as that sounds, look at this. When I show you the real, look at how they had to dig this out. Look at this. I was just over here the other day. There's a series of videos. And do you see that road? That shape. Those roads that they have right there are not arbitrary. And it's something you need to try to remember if you're going to continue to research this. Let me show you another thing right over here. You've got this was an access point that went deep underground, and just you still see the remnants of some of the DNA expression in these sites, and there's stuff buried under these sites, and it's underground. Look, how many malls that go underground? This is just the beginning of what it really does. Now that's the owl shape. Almost looks like one of the angry birds. The original schematic is a pentagram. It's upside down. I have the schematics for that, and you can't deny it. And so you see these mounds, and when they come in and excavate this stuff, they do a real careful job of getting the stuff out, and that's what they had to come and do. And I've got some videos about that, guys, already, and I'm going to show you this pump station. I've got a video of me over here the other day. Which way is fucking... Okay, I need to go this way. If you've kept up with me this long, I commend you, because it's kind of broken the way I'm doing this, but man, I hope that somebody out there is catching the caliber of this information, because this, what I'm telling you, guys, there's some secrets in what I've told you that I haven't really said flat out, and so I hope that somebody's able to catch on that. And I'm not afraid to say this shit. It gets into some things that I don't want to give people too much because they shut down. Sometimes I'm talking to people and they'll go to sleep. They'll literally fall asleep, and it's this default triggering mechanism that's in. They're building a rail right here. This is George Bush Tollway. It runs right on the 33rd parallel. Surprise. Um, and I'm just trying to show you this little thing. I've got a video of me over there. What the? God? It's easy to get confused doing this, y'all. Okay, there's the mall. Follow the. Okay, that's George Bush. Pittman. I was just over here the other day and I got the video. Oh. It's a weird pump station. It's plugged right there. It is. And it's an underground facility as well. It's got pipes running into it, but it's got a. It ties. It was a ventilation. One of the biggest concerns that you can see for yourself in the characterization of underground facilities is ventilation, and this was a place where they routed it to, and so we can get into the integration of the concealment of giants within city planning. It's a major ordeal. It really is. A lot of times you'll see a green space that will actually be, a lot of times we'll see the insectoids. I mean, the Book of Watchers tells you, and if people think it's fanatical today, that's just how separated they are from, Holy Scriptures, because it tells you that not only were the biggest of these, 3,000 cubits, which is, 4,500 feet, but they were, these fallen angels were involved with mating with all manner of beast, reptile, everything. And the intermingling of the DNA caused giantism. And guys, when you know what to look for, you can see them. And a lot of times they'll use a green space to conceal the remains of these things. And we saw that at a UNESCO World Heritage Site all the way. It's got New York Times all over. It's got Smithsonian on it. They really do this. And it's a master planning that they're concealing this. And you can see, you need to be able to understand the features that you'll see, but understand that there's all manner of genetic mutation associated with this intermingling of the fallen angel DNA with the earth women. It caused the giants. That's the story. That's the deal. And we see it expressed unequivocally. And if I did not have that as a guidebook, I've got to tell you, I would be lost as hell. And when people like Steve Quayle that I looked up to, L.A. Marzulli, I call these guys, and I know that I've got this cutting. I know that I'm right. I'm beyond the edge of this. I've been in this my whole life. You're not going to tell me shit. I got Secret Service running around me. You're not kidding. My fucking parents are, this, that, and the other agency and so on. And it's just, I've been in it my whole life. And there's a lot to be said more about this, guys. But the city of Plano has a very distinct symbol for their city itself. It's a P. If you turn it upside down, it's a ladle. And I'm going to show you one more thing. And this gets into the blood sacrifice. God, get out of there. It's in this. Oh, gosh, you guys, thanks for sticking with me. Let's see. Okay. Now, you can look at things both ways, right? And I'm not saying that you can't. But you turn that up, it's satanic as hell. And it's like a ladle. And I'm going to show you an island that looks exactly like it with two megalithic heads on it. And when I say that these demonic entities are tied into the network, it's a global network that ties into the communications infrastructure, and it's kind of like they plug into it telepathically almost. It's a way that they can hit everybody at the same time through a network that we don't really know anything about. And so consider that and be like, what the hell? Irrefutably, what I'm telling you is true. And if you follow this back, you'll see that it's true. And thank God that I was able to put all this into one place, even though it's sloppy. you guys can come back to this, and hopefully I'm not dead, but I got to tell you, guys, I'm a walking, talking miracle. Okay, you see that shape? You see it? Okay. I hope you guys are still with me. Let's see if I can pull up this island with these megalithic heads on it, and then I'm gonna stop it right there. I gotta curtail it. I could go on and on and on with this shit, man. I really have been in this my whole life, but how do I get to my? Let's see. Well, shit. You know what? I'm just gonna show you this way because I have it there, and that symbol is a repeating symbol. And when you understand that these guys can even build an island, look up non-Madal or Ponape, made of magnetized basalt. Part of Lemuria is what it was. And, they don't even know where the basalt came from. It's, the nearest place is like 500 miles away, and it's made of over 500 tons of it or whatever. It's ridiculous. Megalithic heads. You've got a pyramid there. You've got a tower array there. And you have, something that it allows them to tie into the network on an energetic grid. Here's the Anunnaki handbag. It really is. Here's another giant head that's been built on, kind of like this one. Let me see if I can get you the whole island. I hope I have it right here. Damn it. It's trippy. There's another handbag next to the communications thing. You see it? and they know how to use it. And God Almighty, I don't remember those coordinates off the top of my head. Oh, there it is. Look at that. What the fuck? That island is the city of Plano fucking symbol, is it not? Is it not? Okay? So, you call me crazy, but I know my shit. And it's the same damn thing. And there's a reason why. And it ties right back into that network on an energetic grid, right through that place that I showed you with the underground facility and the ventilation system. It's on an earth node. It's an artificial energy tap. This is why I get concerned about this stuff. And if you're not seeing this, you need to slap yourself silly and say, this is the prince of the power of the air. Lo and behold, the Bible was right about this. You need to go and look at it again, get set free from it, because that's that truth. This is what the deep truth. Earth energetic grids are manipulated by demonic beings, and there are people, damn it, that know it, and they'll do it, and they use it. And even if they're not cognizant of it, God Almighty, I'm going to end it right there. I love you guys. I'm glad I could get that out. I really want to polish this up, hire an editor, all this other, and really, boom, I could take you down to the different access points that have been blown and show you what it really looks like. And it's just, oh my God, and give that full effect, the maximum effect. I'm shoestringing. I'm out here, I'm barely eating just because I'm so immersed in, God, I found this site has never been in the public domain. Nobody knew a damn thing about these, megalithic stone heads. Thank you very much. And people are just like, huh? And I get mad about it, but I can't even blame them. This thing is tied into the network. It ties into your nervous system. It's a spiritual component, really. And we need to be aware of this, because when you're cognizant of it, guys, that's when you can get a hold of it. And don't you dare be ashamed of Jesus. You can be ashamed of the lies and the hypocrisies and all that stuff. And let me tell you something, exactly what he warned about coming. Exactly. And so there's that this is a column too, and it harnesses earth energy. It's like that other one did, right on that 33rd degree where I was at when I was a kid, y'all. So there it is. Love you.